Hey everybody, welcome to Bottom Bits. We started out this season with 36 games. We played 36 games. We whittled it down to 12. Now these 12 games are gonna vie for a spot in the semifinals. Only 6 are gonna survive. 6 are gonna get sent packing. Get out of here. I don't wanna see a face no more. You're not good enough. We only want the best here at Bottom Bits. That's what this is all about, right? Finding the best bits. So here's how this is gonna work. We've got some criteria. Firstly, how much did we spend on the game? How much is the game regularly? How much value are we getting from this game monetarily? Secondly, what does the community think about this? We're gonna look at the Steam store review. Is this a positively reviewed game? Very positively reviewed? That's important, guys. Next, replayability. How much replayability are you gonna get out of this? Are you gonna play through this once and then it's just gonna sit in your library, or are you gonna get a lot of playability out of this game, guys? Next, how many stars did I give this game when I originally reviewed it? And the last 2 spots are the pros and the cons of the game. What did I like about the game? What didn't I like so much about the game? So that 6 criteria, we'll judge every single game based on that, and then we'll weed out the losers and we'll reward the winners. First up, we have Downwell versus Ruse. Let's start with Downwell, guys. The very first winner ever on Bottom Bits. I picked it up for $2.99. This game wasn't on sale. I bought it full price at $2.99. What does the community think about this? With 1,187 reviews, this is overwhelmingly positively reviewed, guys. Everybody loves this game. Anybody who doesn't like this game needs to rethink their life decisions. Everybody loves it. Join the club. Replayability. Hi guys, this game has high replayability because as you're playing it, okay, the conceit of the game, you're falling down this dungeon, you get upgrades, like gun upgrades, and you gotta kill the things and not be touched by the things until you get to the end of the level. Pretty simple concept, but the variability of the upgrades that you can get really keeps the game feeling pretty fresh every time you play it, not to mention that you're gonna die a lot, so you're gonna be replaying this game a lot. How many stars did I give this game? Way back on episode 1, I wasn't using the star review system, so I had to retroactively give the stars, and I retroactively give this game 4.5 stars, guys. 4.5 stars out of 5. That's a pretty damn good review in my book. And what did I like about this game? Well, I like just about everything about this game. The only thing I really don't like about the game is it's hard. It is hard as hell. All right, that's a pretty glowing review for Downwell. Let's see if Ruse can hold its own. So Ruse is regularly $9.99, but I picked it up for $2, guys. That's a steal. 80% off. I like that. Replayability, I'm gonna say high on this too, guys. High replayability for Ruse. This game reminds me of like a really simplistic version, 2D version of Civ. You're building nations, and the nations go to war. Only the spin to this is you've got gods to help you along. How many stars did I give this game? I give it 4, guys. I give it 4 stars. Pretty good review, 4 out of 5. And what do I like about this game? It's got a beautiful art style. Cons? It's kind of short, guys. And by short, I mean you can only play up to 2 hours. Tops out at 2 hours. I like to play my games long, guys. When I play Civ, I like to marathon. 24 hours, no sleep. I'm playing Civ, guys. That's my jam. That's how I like to do. So Ruse, I would really like to be able to keep building my empire, but at the 2-hour mark, it just seems like I'm just getting good. I'm just hitting my stride, and then the game's over. This is no contest, guys. It's a no-brainer. You know who won this. Downwell. Congratulations. You are the first winner of the quarterfinals. Go ahead and move into that bracket, my man. And Reyes, pack your shit. Get out of here. Better luck next time. Round 2, we've got Double Dragon Neon versus Deep Dungeon of Doom. There's a lot of alliteration going on here, guys. A lot of D's. I gotta make sure I don't twist my tongue up. Okay, let's start with Double Dragon. Normally $9.99, but I picked it up for 99 cents. What a steal, 90% off. Who would pass up that deal? Chumps, that's who. And with 1,300 reviews, it's mostly positive review. A little tepid, guys. People aren't completely sold on this game, but most people, mostly positive. And replayability, I'm gonna say moderate, guys. I would have given this low replayability if it didn't have multiplayer, but you can play with a buddy. Playing with a buddy, it's a game changer. It's like a whole new game, so you get a little bit extra playability out of it due to that. And how many stars did I give this when I played it? 3, guys. It got 3 stars originally, so better than average, but just slightly. And what did I like about this game? Well, it's a well-polished reboot, first off. Very pretty. I really like the art style. There's some good humor to it as well. It's not like grade A humor, but it passes. And what didn't I like about this game? Well, aside from it being hard, The controls seemed a little unresponsive. Sometimes when I was fighting, a punch seemed to just come a little bit too late, a kick seemed to land just a little bit too late, and I got hit in turn. That got a little bit annoying, but all in all, decent game. How does the Dungeon Crawler Deep Dungeon of Doom stack up, guys? First off, let's talk about the cost. Regularly $4.99, but I picked it up for 99 cents, 80% savings for those of you who are doing the math. It has a very positive review with 245 reviews from the Steam store, so people like it a little bit better than Double Dragon, or so it would seem. How many stars did I give it originally? 3.5 stars, guys. So a half star above Double Dragon in that front too. And what do I like about this game? Well, it's a pretty original spin on a dungeon crawler, guys, and it's brilliant in its simplicity, and by that I mean there's only 3 buttons, but with only those 3 buttons, the game actually manages to stay pretty fresh and a little bit complicated. Those boss fights can get pretty tricky. You really have to make sure that you're using those buttons in the right combination if you want to pass it. And what do I dislike about the game? Well, technically this game is a port of a Android iOS game, and with that being said, it's lacking any real depth. It's a pretty shallow game. It's meant to be played like 5, 10, 15-minute intervals. But even with all that being said, I think that the winner of round 2 has to be Deep Dungeon of Doom, guys. Congratulations, Deep Dungeon of Doom. Get yourself out of the dungeon and into the winner's circle. Double Dragon, go ahead and get the hell out of here. Moving on to in round 3, we have Mayhem Triple versus Please Don't Touch Anything. What do I have to say about Mayhem Triple? Well, other than I picked it up for $2.49 and it's regularly $4.99 and I got a 50% savings. Wow! And it's got a positive review in the Steam store. How many people reviewed this game? Only 10. I can count how many people reviewed this game on my fingers. Not a lot of people have played this game, so I count myself lucky for joining the club. Joining the Mayhem Triple Club. Replayability, it's got low replayability, guys. I mean, there's not much more to this campaign. You beat it and the game's done. I mean, you're not gonna get any alternate endings. It's not that complex. When I reviewed it, it got 2.5 stars. Just average, guys. This is an average game. And I don't mean that as a criticism. I mean, good job, Mayhem Triple. What did I like about it? It's fairly interesting, guys. Kind of cutesy. I felt bad about killing the giant rabbit boss. That was sad. But I mean, the writing for what it is for this game, for this really, really indie game, the writing was okay. Though I did say in my original review that it kind of toes the line at being slightly racist in some areas. What didn't I like about the game? Loose controls. It was weird using the WADs and my mouse. It just seemed a little bit sloppy, the controls at sometimes. Time for Please Don't Touch Anything to enter the ring. This game I picked up for $169, normally $4.99. So I got a 66% savings. That's better than the 50% savings I got from Triple Mayhem. And it has a very positive review in the Steam store with 858 reviews. People like this game. They very like this game. Replayability? Hi, guys. This is a puzzle game. You're playing, you start out with a button and you push the button and then eventually more buttons keep popping up and keypads and levers, and all of a sudden there's too much going on this control panel that just moments ago only had one ominous red button. How many stars did I give it? 3.5, guys. So this is 1 whole star above average. Congratulations. Please don't touch anything. Good job. And what do I like about the game? You know, kind of like I said about Deep Dungeon of Doom just a moment ago, this game as well, brilliant in its simplicity. Super clever game, and honestly, when I picked up this game, I had no idea what to expect. I was pleasantly surprised. But what did I dislike about the game? If I had to say anything, I would say probably the lack of story. It really felt like you could have used an explanation as to why you were at the control panel and why certain endings wound up the way they did. But after you get an ending, that's it. So in the end, who wins? I mean, it's pretty obvious. Please Don't Touch Anything kind of wins on all fronts. Congratulations, Please Don't Touch Anything. You're a champion. Boo, Mayhem Triple, you are not. Better luck next time. All right, we're moving on to in round 4, we have Cast of the Seven Godsends and Ubermosh. Cast of the Seven Godsends. I picked it up for $174, but it's normally $6.99, so that was a 75% savings. Good deal at the time. And how does the community feel about this game? With 78 reviews, it has a mostly positive review. How about the replay? Initially, I said low. I'm gonna give it a low to moderate replay, okay? Even though it seems like by the end of the campaign, you don't really have much reason to replay the game. If you do replay the game, you're very likely to roll a different character. I gave Cast of the Seven Godsends 3.5 stars. And what did I like about it? It's a fun Neo Geo-esque sort of a side scroller. But what didn't I like about it? I would get certain weapons that just didn't really match up against the enemies I was fighting. Okay, we're moving on to Ubermosh. Ubermosh, picked it up for 99 cents, and it's normally $3.99. And it has a very positive review in the Steam store, guys. 455 people aggregated. They think it's very good. And I say it's got a high replay value. You're pretty much repeating the same thing over and over and over, but you're trying to get a high score and you're trying to beat the leaderboards. I gave it 4.5 stars, which I think I was being a little bit overly generous. If I had to redo it, if I had to reassess it, I would say it's probably like a more of a 4-star game, but you know what? We'll stick with the original score. Fine, Ubermosh, you get your 4.5, all right? What did I like about the game? It's fast-paced and it's addictive. That's what I was saying before. It's samey, sure, every time you enter the arena, it's basically the same as the last time you entered, only this time, hopefully, you're gonna get a better score and you're gonna get a better place on the leaderboard. This game is just about trying to beat your last high score. And so that leads into the cons of the game, is that the environments do get stale. It would really be nice to see different levels in different environments, but pretty much the levels that you come into, they're sort of randomly generated, but the environment themselves, the graphics, the look of it, it all kind of stays the same. And the enemy types too, kind of the same. But in the end, who's the better game? I'm gonna have to say Ubermosh, guys. I really liked Ubermosh when I played it, and I played a lot of good games that day that I played Ubermosh, but it really held its own. Congratulations, Ubermosh. Your hard work finally paid off, and you're gonna join everybody else in the winner's circle and cast of the 7 Godsends. Your 7 gods couldn't save you this time. Moving on to Round 5, Reveal the Deep versus Kiwi Toilet and Shotgun. Reveal the Deep, let's start there. 99 cents, guys. This game, regularly priced 99 cents, so, I mean, no matter what, you're getting a deal on this game. And the Steam community seems to think so too. 418 reviews, it's very positively reviewed. Replayability, kind of low. This game, it's about an hour long, and once you've seen it once, you've seen it all. You're not gonna play it again. Star rating, I gave it 3.5 stars. And what did I like about the game? It's compelling. The ability to turn your lamp off and on and sort of time travel within the shipwreck and sort of solve the mystery as you go along. Pretty cool mechanic. What didn't I like about the game? If I had to pick something, I'd probably say the dull environments. They could have made it a little bit livelier. Now let's take a look at the challenger, Kiwi, Toilet, and Shotgun. Now, first off, let me just get the name out of the way because I'm super confused by the name. All right, anyway, let's talk about the cost. 99 cents. But I got it for 59 cents, 40% off. So 59 cents, that's cheaper than a candy bar. You can't buy a candy bar for 59 cents. And if you do, you need to question the quality of that candy bar. It's probably no good. Don't eat that candy bar. How about the Steam store? Community, 104 people. Gave it a mixed review. Spoilers, guys, that's probably the worst Steam review in the quarterfinals. Replay of Kiwi Toilet Shotgun, I'm gonna give it a moderate replay. There is a lot of reason to replay this game. There's a lot of variability. You're gonna get different upgrades every time you play it, but whether or not you're gonna wanna go through the trouble of replaying it, that's another question. I gave it 2.5 stars at the time, so this is a perfectly average 99-cent game in my book. What do I like about the game? I guess it's decent upgrade system, that's all right. But what don't I like about the game? It's unbalanced as hell. Sometimes you'll be playing and you've got to go from one town to the next and you run out of gas. You run out of gas because the enemies that you're killing aren't dropping enough gas. There were times I even upgraded my gas tanks to make sure that I'd be able to get from town A to town B, but inevitably I would still run out of gas. And once you run out of gas, you're dead. You gotta restart. It could be annoying. So I think round 5 is a shutout. No question about the winner here. Reveal the Deep has revealed itself as the winner of round 5, and Kiwi Toilet Shotgun is gonna be flushed. Sorry. We're finally down to the final round of the quarterfinals. Round 6, guys. And we have Game Corp DX versus Unholy Heights. I'll tell you guys right now, I loved both of these games. Both of these games, I had a blast playing. But we gotta start with Game Corp DX. Let's talk about the cost. $2.99 regularly. I picked it up for $2.39. It's only a 20% savings. This is probably one of the worst savings I've gotten on a Bottom Bits game, with the exception of paying full price for a game. But out of 1,048 reviews, this has a very positive review. So pretty much unanimously, people like this game. And as far as replay goes, this is a high replayability game because, I mean, this is a sim game, guys. So every time you play it, it's going to be a different simulation. And I give it 4 stars. I really liked this game, you know, and I probably like this game better than Ubermosh. Like I said, I rated Ubermosh way too high, okay? This game I liked better than Ubermosh, honestly. If anybody should have 4.5 stars, Game Corp DX should, but we're gonna stick with the 4 stars that we originally gave it. But I will say, of it, I really liked how simple and well-rounded this game is. There's not a big learning curve. You're going to be able to jump right into this game, and you're going to be able to figure out how to become a game developer in no time. But what didn't I like about this game? Probably that it was probably too simple. Its greatest strength to me is probably its greatest weakness as well. You're just left wishing that the game had a little bit more depth. And now we're moving on to the last game in the quarterfinal action, guys. Unholy Heights. I was pleasantly surprised to find this game. This game came out in 2013 and I had not heard a peep about it. I picked it up for $1.99, though it's normally $3.99. I picked it up for 50% off, and with 926 reviews on the Steam store, very positive review, so people love this game as well. Replayability of this is sort of a sim game too, so this has high replayability. Every time you play it, you're gonna get a little something different. I gave it 4 stars. Again though, if I had to redo, I'd probably give it 4.5 because it definitely was better than Ubermosh. And what do I like about this game? It's adorable as hell, first off. In what other game can you play as the devil, who's also a landlord, and every one of your demon tenants is just too cute for words? Even the ugly ones were kind of cute in their own way, like the centaur guys with the mustache and the afro, the weird fish stackhead guy. You're kind of cute in your own way, buddy. And especially poor Coldham. In the end, it's like a 2D Animal Crossing, only you're kind of playing a slumlord. If I had to give it a con, I would say the fighting mechanic. It was really frustrating when you'd be attacked and like 3 of your 4 tenants would be off at work or something. So the only people that you had to defend the place would be like one really weak monster. This round 6 is probably the most intense round for me because these games are really evenly matched. I really loved playing both of them, but the one that I liked playing most was probably Unholy Heights. No probably about it. I definitely like playing Unholy Heights better. So tragically, Game Corp DX, I'm sorry, you're going bust. In Unholy Heights, you're moving on up. And that's it, guys. That's the end of the quarterfinals. I can't believe that we finally got it done, and we only have 6 contestants left. Next episode, we have the semifinals, which is gonna whittle the playing field down to just 3 contestants, guys. Then finally, we have the finals. I will play the 3 winning games once again, and then we will find out who is the best of the bottom bits for season 1, guys. Can you feel the excitement? I'm getting so excited. I have no idea who's gonna come out on top, guys. Do you guys have any guesses? Let me know who you think is gonna come out as number 1 for bottom bits. And if you're digging this, guys, give it a like, favorite, share, and subscribe. And come back next time when we'll narrow it down to just 3 more, guys. I'll see you then.